Hey folks, welcome to What's New, the Peter Larman Outdoors radio show, and I'm your host, Peter Larman, and thank you for tuning in to us today. Folks, I got to tell you that I just came back from ICAST last week and in Orlando, Florida, and it was my first time there, and I got to tell you, coming from Canada and all the shows that are up here, nothing, and I mean nothing, compares even close to what ICAST is. And it truly is a show that if you're in the industry, and it's only open to people of the media and marketing and purchasers and buyers and what have you, if you have the opportunity to go to ICAST, you really need to take that opportunity. It's a 3-day event. They have something going on the Tuesday, but it runs from Wednesday to Friday. And a beautiful facility at Orange County Convention Center. Unbelievably, the facility itself is just remarkable. But when you go into ICAST, you're like a kid in a candy store. It's unbelievable. It really, truly is unbelievable. Everything that products you've never even heard of. As a Canadian, there's stuff that in there that we never will ever get to see. Again, only because of salt water. Maybe it's on the East Coast or the West Coast, but around Florida, that and up the eastern seaboard, there's all these different lure manufacturers and clothing companies, and it just the list goes on and on and on. But it really is truly it's overwhelming. I was very overwhelmed with my first time there. I can't wait for next year to go back again. I was there all 3 days, and I still didn't take in the entire show. It's very, very busy. Talking to a lot of people there, talking to some of the buyers from some major distributors and major retailers, and there was two of them, and they would, it took them 3 days for the two of them to do the show. So that just gives you an idea of the size of the show and its in magnitude. I've put together a package on YouTube, so just check it out at Peter Larman Outdoors. Some of the stuff that we talked about, some of the video footage that we have of some of the vendors that we spoke with. We'll talk about. You'll hear about what they had to say on the show today. But check out the video footage and the photos. I've got them posted up on Facebook as well. It's absolutely phenomenal. So, with that being said, I'd like to talk more about what was at ICAST this year. We'll talk about the winners and best of show for each of the different categories. Before we do that, let's take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back right after this. You're listening to What's New, the Peter Larman Outdoors radio show, ICAST edition, on WRVO Radio Network 1. Pro-J Fishing Tackle, Scarborough, Ontario, is Canada's #1 mega bass dealer. Pro-J Fishing Tackle carries all the latest and hard-to-find tackle from some of the best manufacturers in the business. Companies like Megabass, Duo Realis, Lew's, Shimano, Daiwa, just to name a few. Jasper and his staff at Pro-J Fishing Tackle were there with expert advice, so give them a call at 416-913-8305. Pro-J Fishing Tackle is your one stop before going out to catch that trophy of a lifetime. Pro-J Fishing Tackle, 416-913-8305. Hey folks, welcome back. As I said earlier on the show, if you're just tuning in, I was at ICAST last week, and it's a show that it blows away all trade shows, bar none, of anything that I've ever been to up in Canada and even in the States. I've been to the Fishing Expo in Timonium, Maryland, the Harrisburg show, and all those, shows in Canada, in Ottawa, Toronto, whatever, and all those other places, Montreal. But the ICAST this year in Orlando, Florida, was unbelievable. And we're going to talk a bit about the people that won, the companies that won Best in Show, as well as some of the other retailers or the companies that we spoke with. But first of all, the overall Best of Show winner was the Johnson Outdoors, the Minn Kota, and the Minn Kota Ultrex. It was a phenomenal trolling motor that Minn Kota has put on again, and so they won best overall. The Best in Show for the freshwater rod was St. Croix rods. It was the Legend glass rod, The best show for saltwater rod was Lew's fishing tackle. It was the Lew's Mock Speed Stick inshore rod. And the best in show fly rod was also by St. Croix, called the Soul. The best freshwater reel was Lew's, the Team Lew's Custom Pro SLP. The best saltwater reel was by Pure Fishing Inc. was the Penn Slammer 3. The best fly reel was again by Pure Fishing for the Pflueger President fly reel. The best hard lure was by Savage Gear USA, and it's the 3D Suicide Duck. And I just quickly tell you, I've got video footage of that, and unfortunately the audio didn't come in too clearly, but they had it tested in a tank, and when you bring that bait across, it really does sound like a duck running on the water to get up and flying. A phenomenal bait. The action on it is unbelievable, as well as the other Savage Gear stuff that you'll see if you go to the video footage. The best show for soft lure was Squid Nation by Longtail Flippy Floppy. The lifestyle apparel was Under Armour, and it was the men's Under Armour Fish Stalker SS. The technical apparel was the Plano Synergy. It's the Freybill iFloat suit. The best accessory for boating accessory was the Minn Kota Ultrex, which ended up winning the best in overall show. And as well, the best boats was by Johnson Outdoors Watercrafting. It was the Old Town Predator PDL. The best combo was Lew's fishing tackle. It was the Mach 2 Speed Spool Combo. And the electronics, it was again Johnson Outdoors. It was Humminbird and the Helix 10 SI side imaging. Eyewear was best in show for eyewear was Costa Del Mar for Raphael. The best fishing accessory was Yeti coolers with the Hopper Flip 12. Fish Smart won for the best of show. Fish Smart in the adventure products was the Ego Cryptek S1 Genesis medium clear landing net. The best in show for fly fishing accessory was the Boomerang. It's the retractable fly box. Best of show in footwear is from Shimano America with the Flats wading boots. And best in giftware was the Wego, and the product is the Wego Jump Starter 484. Folks, again, if we're talking about, we all heard about Humminbird and Shimano and Lew's and Costa Del Mar, but Wego is a company that's coming out. They've got a product out there that what it is it's a power pack. It's basically portable power, and it's really cool. I got to see it firsthand. It's basically probably no bigger than maybe an iPad mini, but what it does is it allows you to start your motor so you can boost your car, boost your boat, boost whatever you need. It's got a detachable clip on it so that you can for your cable, so you can boost. And the other thing too is I even tested it out because I wanted to make sure when you cross them, if you connect the two cables together, you know what would happen if you did that with regular booster cables, right? You'd have sparks flying everywhere. You'd short out your battery and whatever. This doesn't. It's foolproof. You can't accidentally cross, and you can't put negative on positive and positive on negative. Really, really cool an accessory. It also comes with a flashlight and SOS light, strobe lighting. And that lasts something like 28 hours on this one battery life. So the phenomenal. It's the Wego the Wego Jump Starter 44 by the company is called Wego. Check them out. You know what? If you have them, they're great. They have little smaller versions, little pocket ones, probably the size that you would for a almost like the size of a magic marker. USB, you can use it to charge your cell phones or whatever, and to charge them just as quickly as if you had it plugged into the wall. And it doesn't take long for them to recharge as well. Phenomenal little product. Again, it's by Wego. Best in show for kids tackle was the Steinhauser LLC, which was the 48-inch starter rod combos. The best in show for line was G. Patucci and Sons, which is the P-Line Tactical Fluorocarbon. Best in show tackle management was the Cobra Garage Door storage rack. And to give you a brief description of that, what it is it's a system that attaches on the inside of your garage door. So when your garage door rolls up, you can put your rods across it, and it really just holds your rods as it goes up across your garage door. Really, really cool idea, and it keeps your rods out of the way. Obviously, you're going to have to make sure that your rods are not longer than the width of your garage door, but still really, really cool. Great idea, great concept. Congratulations to them. And the best in show and tournament tackle, best of show and terminal tackle is the Trapper tackle, which the product was the drop shot and live bait and a finesse hook. This company here is taken. If this takes off, it's going to take the hook industry and flip it everything around. Basically, if you can try to visualize this, what it is you take your traditional J-bend hook, and at the bottom part of the bend, if you looked at it and you follow the bottom, as soon as it starts to curve, to go back up to the top. So as soon as it starts to curve, put a little square at the bottom, and then continue the hook all the way up. That's what it is. And basically, once the fish bite onto that, they're basically that lip, or around the bony part of the mouth, gets caught in that square part, and it doesn't move. Doesn't slip off. It's harder for the fish to throw the hook. The other cool thing too, if you're drop shotting or live bait, what it does is when you hook it, you put your bait right into that little square part of the hook, and it makes it it's always horizontal. Sometimes when we were drop shotting, and you'll notice when you're just using a traditional circle hook or whatever drop shot hook you're using, sometimes your bait's not vertical. It'll drop down, and all of a sudden you think you're drop shotting vertically, but the bait's presented horizontally. This eliminates that. This is what the manufacturer is saying. Trapper Tackle is the company. Check them out. And they won for best of show for terminal tackle. So congratulations to all those winners. Again, folks, check them out. Also check out our Facebook page. We have a list of the list of the winners, as well as check out peterlarman.com and look under the radio show section there, and there you will find out the other. You'll find that list as well, so that you can go and look and see if you can find it. Contact your local retailer and or contact the company directly and see if you can't get your hands on some of those great products. Some of the companies that we talked to this year at the show, one was Bill Lewis Outdoors, and we did a show with Richard Broadwell back last month, and it was about stuff that they had coming out. And one of the things that we talked about was the today at ICAST, what we talked about was their rocket bobber, and this is what Richard had to say about that.
Hey Pete, Richard Broadwell with Bill Lewis, and I wanted to tell you a little bit about our new rocket bobber and what makes this bobber so unique. If you want to just kind of pan down in the aquarium, first thing about it is the bobber floats horizontal on the surface, and that's very important, because what happens is when the fish hits the bait, what's going to happen on a regular bobber, the conventional bobber like you see here, what happens is when the fish hits it and they try to pull it under, there's a lot of resistance on it, and the fish can feel that. So a lot of times they'll let go of the bait just due to the resistance of the bobber. On the rocket bobber, it's a super sensitive bobber, and what happens is whenever the fish goes to pull on the bait, the bobber's just going to tip up into a vertical position. As soon as it starts to tip up, the fish has the bait. They don't feel that because there's no resistance as it tips up. So once it tips up, go ahead and set the hook. It goes under. You've got the fish. Go ahead and reel him in. The way that the bobber's designed is, if you want to look on here, you can see on the inside of it, it actually has a weight system that's built onto the plastic, and the bobber's actually sonic welded together, just like our original rattle traps that we also manufacture. This bobber has a lifetime warranty on it. You can literally take this bobber, which I know you just did a few minutes ago, you can step on it, it's not going to break. It's made out of ABS plastic with a sonic weld. That's another good feature of it, is it's super durable. You can actually cast this bobber, because of the weighting system on it, probably 35 to 40 yards with accuracy. You're not going to have all the weaving and bobbing like you normally do when you throw it. So that's another great feature of it. So it's a super durable bobber with a lifetime warranty. It's a super sensitive bobber because of the way that it works. We also, I know that some people like to fish it as a slip bobber, and some people like to fish it as a fixed bobber. So we have a stainless steel wire loop on the end of it, okay? So you can fix it in either position. You just turn it 180 degrees, it's spring loaded, so you can fish it as a slip bobber as well. another neat thing on it, we make it in 3 sizes. We have a 4-inch, a 5-inch, and a 6-inch. And if you on the 5-inch and the 6-inch, we actually, if you look on the tip of it, you can kind of see a little slot that's cut into the tip, and that's actually a hook remover that's built onto the tip of the 5-inch and the 6-inch. So, you know, if you catch a little bluegill or something, you just take that and just push it down in its mouth on that hook, and it just pops the hook right out. This is actually our glow model, and we make it in the 5-inch and the 6-inch, and we also make a bobber that rattles, and it's in the 5-inch and the 6-inch as well. So, and we do have yellow top and orange top depending on the conditions, whether it's a cloudy day or a bright day. So I just wanted to really just kind of give you a little quick scenario of the rocket bobber. It is made in America, just like our original rattle traps, and I would encourage everybody to get out and fish it, because it's being super durable, super sensitive, and you can cast it 35 to 40 yards. I mean, it's really, I think, one of the best bobbers out on the market.
So you can see that from the way Rich is describing it, and I have stepped on it, and it's not breakable. It didn't squash under my foot, and I put all my weight on it, and you know, it's if I can't squish them, nobody can. Let's put it that way. But it truly is it's a remarkable product. And the other things that they had out there, again, for Bill Lewis Outdoors, you know, they're the original rattle trap. They manufactured the original rattle trap, so they've been around for decades. Everybody has a rattle trap. Anyone that's fishing has a rattle trap or rattle trap type bait. So that's just, you know, they've expanded on that part. Really cool product. Check them out at Rocket Fish and at Bill Lewis Outdoors. Folks, we got to take another quick commercial break, but when we come back, we're going to talk to and we'll listen to one of the other companies, and this is a Canadian company that I think that's going to do something completely different, and it's really cool what they've done with portable fish finder mounts. So, folks, you're listening to What's New, the Peter Lerman Outdoors radio show on WRVO Radio Network 1. Livingston Lures. Livingston Lures is committed to bringing fishermen everywhere innovative, technologically advanced lures designed to flat-out catch fish in fresh and salt water. With an exciting new line of crankbaits, lipless crankbaits, topwater baits, jerk baits, and wake baits, featuring a unique sound and vibration technology. Livingston Lures is set to make some real noise across the fishing industry. Hey folks, welcome back. If you're just tuning into us today, and you're wondering, you know, there's a lot. I'm doing a lot of the talking today, and that's because I just came back from ICAST. And for those of you that know what or don't know what ICAST is, it's the Super Bowl of trade shows. It's open only to the media and to members of or people of the fishing. What's the word? A community, I guess, is where the buyers, all the buyers go. So you either got to be part of the media or a buyer for a distributor or a major retailer. And we get to look around and see what all these companies are bringing out for us. That's either going to hit them, that's just been released on the market, or is going to hit the market, you know, before the end of 2016 into 2017. And one of the other companies that we talked to was Fishmounts.com. Fishmounts.com is a company out of British Columbia, and what they do is they've taken the fish finder mount. You know, if you have it in your pontoon boat or in your aluminum boat or your kayak or your float tube or your Zodiac, you know, it's very difficult. And in your aluminum boat, you got to drill holes to put the bracket on and what have you. But instead of me explaining it, let's listen in as Wade explains to us what FishfinderMounts.com is all about.
Hey everyone, this is Wade from FishfinderMounts.com, Floating Fanatics. We're here at ICAST 2016, and we've had a great show. It's winding down here, and I'm here with Peter, and I'm showing Peter our products, and we want to show you how innovative and universal in nature our products are, and how awesome they are and easy to set up they are. We've got these magnetic transducer mounts. This enables you to put any transducer on your small aluminum boat, your kayak, your canoe, and set it up within seconds. Take it, you twist it, there it is. It's paired with super powerful magnets, and you can hear it, how strong it is. And you can put that on the side of your boat if you want. It does work on fiberglass. works fantastic on anything up to a 1/4 inch thick. You can run at speeds with this. So you got these, as you can see, different manufacturers, transducers. You got Raymarine Dragonflies, you got Humminbird, you've got Garmin Strikers, and you've got the Lowrance product here as well. So it's just a fantastic solution that makes any fish finder portable. You can see up here we've got a 2.9 amp hour battery in here. We've got a 5 amp hour battery, 10 amp hour battery. And these batteries will run your fish finder all day long or longer, depending on what fish finder you have on the battery here. So you guys should check us out, www.fishfindermounts.com. Call us at 1-855-784-3474 toll free to get your amazing fish finder portable mounting solution from us. And we even have inflatable systems here, guys, where you can just strap it on to your Zodiac boat, or if you have a float tube or a belly boat, you can strap it on. Mount swivels for you, 360 degrees, viewing angle you wish. You can tilt the transducer up and down out of the water and lock it in so you protect it from damage and getting scraped up and everything. Keep it out of the weeds and so on and so forth. And here is our kayak sample here. And you can see, same concept, magnetic transducer mount, so you do not need to drill holes in your boat. So again, this is Wade from fishfindermounts.com. Call me at 1-855-784-3474, and I'm glad to help you out with your perfect fish finder mounting solution. Thanks for watching, everyone.
So as you can tell, this is a really cool product. It's good for your fiberglass, aluminum. It's great for float tubes and Zodiacs. There's a strap that can come around, and the bracket's adjustable. So as Casey mentioned, you can take it out of the weeds, or if you're going at high speeds. And they've got them for all sorts of fish finders, all sorts of sonars, and it doesn't matter to make Humminbird, Lowrance, Raymarine, Garmin. They've got them, and really cool. Something you need to look at. So check them out as well, and check them. You can get them online, and as Casey was saying. So it's a really cool product, and it's again, this is something that I was fortunate enough to see it over at ICAST last week in Orlando, Florida. And I know we're only in July right now, and it's hard to think about ice fishing. But one of the companies out of the Midwest, that's been northern Midwest, that's been taking ice fishing kind of almost by storm, and is really making a big impact on it, is 13 Fishing. And they brought out a new product that I think it's a really cool thing, and I think you guys will feel the same way. Have a listen.
How's it going, guys? Sam Moore here from 13 Fishing. We're at ICAST 2016. Talking about one of the newest ice reels that hit the market this next winter. It's called the Freefall, the Black Betty Freefall. There's a few advantages that you're going to like about this reel. For one, a lot of guys now know the advantages of straight line reels, the advantage of no line twist. What you can feel, what the performance out of your reel is optimal. But this year introduces a brand new freefall trigger. Regardless if you hold it pistol grip or traditional, you're going to have instant gratification when dropping your spoons down to your sonar. So let's say you're fishing, you have a spoon on it, and a walleye is going to come and hit you right away. There's no more having to take a second hand and flip the bail open. It's free spool and instantly engage. So it's kind of almost like a one-handed reel in that respect. You're going to hook up a lot more fish, and it's going to be a lot smoother. The drag system is a carbon drag system. It's going to be extremely smooth. We have a 2:6 to 1 gear ratio. Very happy medium between those panfish angles, the perch angles, shallow water, and even your deeper stuff for bigger walleyes and pike. So I think it's going to fill the void for a lot of anglers that are looking to really get into the streamline and the inline business, and definitely try one out for the first time. So check it out, 13fishing.com. It'll be on shelves this winter for ice.
Really, really cool. It's not something that we traditionally fish with. At least I know I haven't. But if you're really into ice fishing, this looks like a really cool product as well. And give them a look at 13fishing.com. We could continue to go on and talk about them. And what we're going to do is we're going to have some of these companies come on the show and give you a little bit more detail about their products, some of the new stuff that's out on the market today. Or that's coming out on the market. You really, ICAST is a phenomenal show. I can't stress that enough. Very fortunate enough to have been there. If any more information you want, feel free to drop us a line. Look us up on, again, like I said, on Facebook, or at peterlarmond.outdoors/radio-show, and or fire us an email, and we can get some of that information out there to you if that's what you're looking for. But continue to listen to our show. This episode is brought to you by Pro J Fishing Tackle out of Scarborough, Ontario. Livingston Lures, the difference is clear. George's Marine and Sports, making fun a reality. Lew's, building innovative products that are faster, lighter, and stronger. Mercury Marine, #1 in the water. And Nitro Boats, driven to be the best. It's our passion. Folks, take a kid fishing. They are the future of our sport, and please practice catch and release. And if you're going to harvest any, only harvest what you can consume. Remember what I always say, work hard but fish harder. I'm your host, Peter Lerman, and thank you for tuning into What's New, the Peter Lerman Outdoors radio show. And Lord willing, we will talk to you again next week as we bring you What's New. Thanks for listening.